I have seen a lot of things on this channel. I've seen Cuba get friendly taken over. I have seen Pete Hegseth gifted death. I have seen Burj Al Arab catch a drone like a bad Uber Eats delivery. But this week, Donald Trump managed to do something that decades of Democrats, mainstream media, late-night hosts, 2 impeachments, 4 indictments, and 1 very dramatic staircase on Air Force One could not do. He made his own base mad at him. Not a little mad, not we're disappointed, but we'll get over it mad bad. You promised still more foreign wars, and now we're 5 days into Operation Epic Fury, with 6 dead Americans and a gas price that jumped to 12 cents in 1 day. Mad. Welcome to the most unexpected political story of 2026. Maga versus Trump. Pull up a chair, this is going to be something. First, the facts. Because this channel always starts with facts. Donald Trump ran for president twice on a very specific foreign policy promise. 3 words. Say it with me if you know it. No more wars. America first. Bring the troop homes. Stop spending American blood and treasure on foreign conflicts that have nothing to do with us. No nation building, no regime change, no endless wars. That was the promise. That was the bumper sticker. That was the rally chant. That was the entire foreign policy identity of the Maga movement for a decade. And on March 1st, 2026, Trump ordered strikes on Iran, launching Operation Epic Fury, a full-scale military assault that killed Iran's supreme leader, obliterated their nuclear program, and ignited an active war that has now killed 6 American service members. No more foreign wars. Interesting. Now, I need to walk you through who specifically is upset, because this isn't just some random Twitter accounts. These are Trump people. Rada-da, red hat wearing, rally attending Trump people. Megyn Kelly, former Fox News host, ardent Trump supporter, came out and said she has serious doubts about the Iran strikes. Megyn Kelly, the woman who has defended this man through everything, and she has serious doubts. Trump's response? She was opposed to me for years. When I ran the first time and nothing stopped me, they always come back. They always come back. They always come back. Sir, this is not a situationship. This is political coalition. These are the people who elected you twice. And your response to their concerns about the war is they always come back. That's not a foreign policy. That's a text you send at 2 a.m. Then there's Matt Walsh, conservative commentator, MAGA loyalist, posted on X this week, and I'm quoting directly because this is genuinely poetic. So far, we've heard that although we killed the whole Iranian regime, this was not a regime change war. And although we obliterated their nuclear program, we had to do this because of their nuclear program. And although Iran was not planning any attacks on the U.S., they also might. He didn't finish the sentence. He just left it there. Dot. Matt Walsh ended the sentence with a dot about the war. The dot is doing more work than Pete Hegseth's entire press conference. But nobody in this story hits different than Marjorie Taylor Greene. After Trump ordered strikes on Iran, Greene sharply criticized the president for abandoning America First policy and his promise of no more wars. Now, last week on this channel, I told you that MTG was sounding like a progressive anti-war Democrat. This week, she has doubled down. Marjorie Taylor Greene, the woman who showed up to the State of the Union in a white Trump hat, the woman who has voted with Trump at every possible turn, the woman who has been one of his loudest, most enthusiastic, most theatrical supporters for 4 years, is anti-war now. You know what this reminds me of? You know that moment in every action movie, every single one, where the loyal sidekick finally turns to the hero and goes, "I've followed you everywhere, through everything, but this I cannot do." That's MTG right now. Except instead of a movie, it's real life. And instead of a sidekick, it's the most online Republican in America. And instead of a dramatic score playing behind her, it's just the sound of gas prices going up 12 cents. Here's where I get real with you, because that's what we do here. Trump's approval rating stands at just 39% in an NBC News Decision Desk poll, among the worst that he has seen in either term he has been in office. 39% before the war. Kurt Mills, executive director of the American Conservative magazine, said he doesn't see how the Iran war helps Republicans in tight races across the country. In fact, I think it may orient against them. This turns off a lot of independents. The 2026 midterms are coming. Republicans are trying to hold a slim majorities in both chambers, and they just started a war that their own base didn't ask for, doesn't understand, and can't fully explain. A former Trump administration official told NBC News that duration matters in determining how the base will respond. Out quick and he will be fine. That same administration that said this would last 4 to 5 weeks needs to be out quick. Those are two different outfits again. Now, here's the part of the story that's so perfectly, beautifully absurd I need to tell you to sit down with. The White House this week was asked directly, did Israel pressure the United States into this war? Rubio said, kind of, maybe yes. It was Israel's plans to attack Iran that helped shape the timeline. Then Trump walked into the Oval Office and said, and this is a direct quote, fact check, I might have forced their hand. It was my opinion that these lunatics in Iran were gonna attack first. So Israel influenced us, but also Trump forced Israel's hand. But also Iran was going to attack first. But also there was a peace deal in Geneva that was apparently also, this is not a regime change war, but also the regime changed. I want everyone watching this channel to understand something. Matt Walsh, who agrees with almost nothing, then laughs and says about anything, looked at this list of explanations and called it, quote, to put it mildly, confused. Matt Walsh said mildly confused. When the guy who agrees with you on everything calls your war messaging mildly confused, you have a messaging problem. You have a coalition problem. You have a midterm problem. You might also have a war problem. Here's what nobody in Washington wants to say out loud. The Maga base, the America First, the No More Wars, Bring the Troops Home crowd was built on a very specific situation, on a very specific frustration. The frustration of watching Washington send working class kids to die in foreign wars while the people making those decisions had no skin in the game, no kids in the military, no family members in harm's way, just a decision made in a room, announced on TV and carried out by somebody else's children. 6 of those children are dead this week. Jack Posobiec, influential Maga supporter, posted last year, Charlie Kirk told us all that the younger generation of Americans are far more interested in domestic policy than pursuing international conflicts, and we can't forget that in a midterm year. That's not an anti-Trump statement. That's a warning from inside the House. And the question that's hanging over it, the one that Matt Walsh's ... was pointing at, is the one that always comes eventually in every war. Was it worth it? That question doesn't have an answer yet. It won't for a while. But the fact that Trump's own people are asking it 5 days in tells you everything about where this is headed politically. Donald Trump has survived everything. 2 impeachments, 4 indictments, January the 6th, 2 assassination attempts, every news cycle that was supposed to end him. He survived all of it because his base held. Through everything they held, this week, for the first time, the hold is cracking. Not breaking, not gone, but cracking. Megyn Kelly has doubts. Matt Walsh has a ... MTG is anti-war. The American Conservative magazine is worried about the midterms. And somewhere in a former Trump official's head is a quiet prayer out quick. Whether this crack becomes a fracture or whether it seals back up the moment the war ends is the most important political story in America right now. And this channel is going to be here every step of the way, watching, reporting, fact-checking, and delivering it to you with enough wit to keep you sane while the world figures out what comes next. That's the deal. That's always been the deal. Subscribe, hit the bell, share this with your most political friend, the one who's been arguing about this at the dinner table all week. Send it to them. Let them watch it. Let's all be a little more informed together. My name is Davy Jones Carpenter. This is Davy Jones Carpenter, and we are just getting started. They always come back. See you on the next one.